Listen, thank you so much for coming. The hardest question you get, what's your name and what do you do?
Yep.
And what do you like about your job?
Oh, great question. So my name is Justin Haynes. I am the Senior Director of Product Management for Roundel, and my team is the Media Commercialization and Experience team. Probably the biggest thing I love about my job is the amount of partnerships that I get to engage with, for so many different reasons, right? I'm always learning in this space. And so, the sheer amount of partners, innovative solution providers, you just get to see what is out there and how I'm fortunate enough to bring that into Roundel.
Sounds like you're also a master time management person because you have to be 3 places at once tonight for dinner, and
Yes.
Somehow you're going to make that happen. So
somehow, I don't know how yet, but somehow I'm going to make it work.
There you go. All right. So now on to the real questions. What's the biggest shift Roundel is focused on for 2026, and how will it change the way brands work with you?
Yeah, I think the biggest shift for Roundel is us changing our focus, where we're not focused solely on just adding more channels for 2026. It's more about simplification for our brands, and that's through driving performance. And it really is going to start with 3 key areas that we're focused on, and that's with the guest, how we have a curated storytelling moment for our guests, through partnerships, and through measurement. Measurement is the foundation of everything that we're doing, especially when I talk about performance. It has to be there. So those are really the key areas that we're focusing on, and that big shift away from just adding complexity with channels.
So sounds like since you're in a product role, this is a great question for you. What are the top 2 to 3 ways Roundel is making it easier for brands to activate full funnel campaigns on target next year?
Yeah. As I think about that, really we're simplifying our approach. Again, I'm going to sound like a broken record here. Simplification is key for our brands. And so for Roundel, we're really focused on conversion as, a key entry point to that. How do we drive that performance as we think about target.com, our app, in-store, sponsored product, and really driving that home. And then we're also focused on the expansion of our offsite business and capabilities. And then thirdly, I would say is again, measurement, end-to-end impact. We have to understand what that looks like. So our closed loop system of understanding that impact end-to-end is going to be key for that.
Awesome. Speaking of simplification, what new tools or products is Roundel bringing to market in 2026 that you think brands will be most excited about?
Yeah, we're super excited about our recent launch of Precision Plus by Roundel. We launched that in 2025. We're seeing real impact across CPM, where we're seeing a decrease of 53%. We're also seeing an 84% decrease in CPCs and a whopping 404% increase in CTR, as well as a 63% increase in ROAS. And so we're really excited about that. So now it's about how do we continue to push and ride that momentum into the future, into 2026 especially.
Awesome. Okay, so CES, everyone's talking about AI. As you experiment with new AI-powered solutions on your platform and beyond, what early signals are you seeing about what brands will embrace the fastest in 2026? So kind of like the myth versus reality of what people are going to be using in AI.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? Because, as we've all learned in real time, AI works best in the background, driving clarity, confidence, and purpose, for consumers, right? And so as I think about that, we're really focusing on 3 key areas. Machine learning with our audience capabilities, and we're already seeing good progress and bumps with our ROAS there. We're also seeing conversion optimization, and we're focusing on conversion optimization there, and also guest experience. So as we think about the end-to-end journey and meeting our guests in the right moments, we have to think about how AI is driving conversion for that purchase decision.
Okay. And then as discovery becomes more conversational and AI driven, how can brands stay relevant and trusted with consumers?
The key here is we all have to think differently and show up differently here. And I say that with, our brands, but also we as Roundel. We have to build trust, and we have to be easy and help guide and show up for our guests in the right way, right? And so as I think about that, it really is, one prime example of that would be, our recent partnership and launch with OpenAI with our curated conversational shopping experience on ChatGPT, right? That's a prime example of how we're thinking about the conversational aspect of it and how we're also living and breathing that purpose as well.
Can you talk a little bit more about that? What brands want to know is how can they show up in those conversations on ChatGPT? What should they be doing?
Yeah. I mean, what they should be doing is what's already natural for them. I mean, if you think about it, right, we're going to ChatGPT and all these other LLMs for our daily lives, whether it be building a shopping list, whether it be planning a vacation, right? We're already using it naturally. So we want our guests to continue doing that. And it's for us as Roundel and our brands to show up and meet them where they are, right? And so I use the partnership with OpenAI as an example because that is what Roundel is doing to meet our consumers where they are and not try to change their behavior unnaturally. It's more about recognizing the shifts and recognizing the behavioral patterns and showing up where it matters most.
And so specifically when you go to ChatGPT, are you able to buy? Are you buying through ChatGPT? Can you talk a little bit about the experience of how it works?
Yeah, so we have created a native experience within ChatGPT. So yes, you can buy. It shows up there. It's kind of our own native, shopping experience that's embedded in it. And we're still, learning and testing to see what, we're getting from those behaviors, right? We are making a bet here. We have been encouraged by what we've seen thus far, but we're still learning, right? I mean, as we, continue to see what those behavior patterns continue to look like, is it truly resonating? So more to come.
Okay, awesome. Looking forward to hearing all about it in 2026. Thank you.
Of course.
Awesome. Thanks.